E é
Guess the F1.
quem é o piloto de Fórmula 1. Coloquei legendas aqui. Nunca vimos esse aqui, né? Mas me bateu a curiosidade, tá ligado? E eu quero ver, né? Quero ver.
Driver, we have 5 mystery individuals ahead of us. One of these lot has driven in F1 before, and it's up to us to decide who. Could you please make the noise of the engine
those guys,
of the F1 car you raced? 5 rounds and eliminating 1 driver every single round. I think we're going to be able to suss them out. We've got Max, right, who should know absolutely everything.
Are they going to be paid actors? Are we going to have all drivers, but only one has ever been in F1?
Well, first of all, it looked a bit scary. Bunch of guys, balaclavas walking out. I was a little nervous. They all just looked like racing drivers. Maybe number 1 looked a bit tall, and number 5 a little bit fat.
Round 1, the interrogation. Contestant number 1, could you please introduce yourself?
I was born in South Africa, raised in the UK, and I drive an F1.
44 meses.
Vamos pra
Could you just say hello for me again, please?
Hello.
Oxfordshire, right? That's not so. All right.
Driver number 2, and I raced in Formula 1.
Where are you from, driver number 2?
Where?
England.
Think about that. Do you know whereabouts in England or?
Close.
Close. Yeah, all right, yeah, no worries.
I'm driver number 3, and I used to race in Formula 1 a long, long time ago.
Is that like New Zealand? I don't believe it. Sounded like that rock fella from...
O país pode ser de vários lugares diferentes.
I'm number 4.
Não diz
I'm
tanta
from
coisa.
New Zealand, and I'm not in Formula 1 at the moment.
At the moment, I thought you'd already been in F1.
I love your black Air Forces. They are very customary of what I assume when I see
They go
racing
with
drivers.
the mask, innit?
Where are you from?
Bonjour, je suis le numéro 5, ancien pilote de Formule 1 et je viens de Paris.
Shit. You're going to be technical leader here, right? The big serious questions probably rest on your shoulders. Ethan, cheers for coming.
I'm just here for the vibes.
I didn't really know what to make of it, because I had no idea what he was saying. I think I heard F2, that was about it.
I did pick up a few words. At one point, I nearly even threw in a bit of my own French. He said something that I understood. I was going to hit him with the j'ai compris to say I understood. You know, I didn't want to intimidate him or anything, let him know that the game was up, so I kept it at bay.
Number 1, where would you go on holiday as a kid?
To be honest, we spent a lot of time in France. We often like to go to the Dordogne region.
Max, is that like an F1-y area?
Not really, I mean, kind of, no. The more he spoke, further away from South Africa he sounded, and he was definitely not South African.
Number 2, what other racing have you done?
Tin tops?
You did that before F1 or after?
After.
And where was that? What championship was that?
A very good one.
All right.
No, he was a closed book, I would say. He was a very closed book, didn't want to give too much away.
Number 3, apart from karting and racing, what other sports did you play as a kid?
Cricket, tennis, you name it, I'm the king of all.
That kind of checks out to me. Didn't say footy. I didn't get a working class answer.
I heard cricket, that was definitely some rich people.
É muito difícil adivinhar uma coisa dessa, velho.
A signet ring and a family crest going on there.
Number 4. Where did you start karting?
I started in junior karts, Formula Ford for a bit, before returning back to New Zealand.
So that was a proper answer.
That checks out.
That was a proper answer. He had all the knowledge, even from the start, answered every question perfectly, no hesitation. He's either a very well-prepped actor or some sort of driver, potentially even the F1 driver.
Je ne sais quoi, number 5. Could you tell me your championships results leading up to F1, please?
J'ai fini karting au champion européen.
Et
après, en F2, j'ai fini aussi sur le podium.
Okay, I don't believe any of them, dude.
I don't know what he's saying.
He
Todo
heard
mundo tá
us speak in
mentindo.
English, he understood us, and he chose to speak French, so it sounded like a cover-up.
Number 1, what were your junior category results?
Well, I'm on driver number 1 for a good reason. Won most of them, not all of them.
So what championships did you race in?
All of them.
Give us an example.
Ah, mano, isso aqui não vai ser nenhum cara que tá na Fórmula 1 agora, nem fudendo. Vai ser um cara que correu 2 anos na Fórmula 1, aleatório, ninguém lembra quem é, a existência da humanidade, e vai ser isso, velho.
A couple of 24 hours. But this was years ago, man. This was like 15 years ago.
So you can't name a championship you did?
I did too many.
I think that's definitely ruined number 1's chances of us thinking he's an F1 driver. Just nowhere near enough information.
Say which ones and I'll tell you if I don't know or not.
So you don't know any names of the championships?
I do know the names of the championships.
Could you give us one?
I could do.
Like, he's out.
Right.
I don't know, he seemed like a lot of confidence with not a lot of information.
Number 3, what car do you drive right now?
I'm a retired racing driver now.
You're a what?
I have multiple cars, whatever I fancy. A hatchback, a classic car, 4x4, whatever you want.
Well, I feel like we've probably heard enough there. to eliminate about 4 of them.
I only believe number 5 because I don't know what he's saying.
Are we sure that's legal?
I think number 1 does have racing experience, but I don't know if it was on the road to F1 and probably F1.
Is he not too tall?
1 championship you raced in.
BUKC.
Whoa.
What's that stand for? British, European? No, that's not European.
Did you do any single-seaters?
Yeah, well, I tested for Formula 1.
So you never raced in single-seaters, you just did a test?
Did a young driver test, yeah. I was in GP2. I was with the Ferrari Driver Academy, and that's who I did the young driver test with.
See, number 2 is giving me bad vibes, but I'll back it with the boys.
All right, viewers, that is the end of round 1, and we have collectively voted to eliminate
Não, o Norris tem uma voz muito fácil, pô.
Thank you for coming, sir.
Wasn't really giving us the answers, you know. Struggling to name championships.
I feel like someone who'd been at the very height of racing would at the very least be able to tell us a karting championship.
We'll see you very soon, Devin Butler. Drivers, it is time for round number 2, where we're going to be testing out your racing prowess. As you can see here, we have set up for you a hot lap challenge on our Lenovo Legion laptop. And what we're going to be doing here is seeing if you really know what you're doing on the track. Thank you to Lenovo for sponsoring this video.
Every game is different and requires different. You can find system to win 2 stay on Sunday. All you need to do is click the link in the description video possible.
Be able to tell, even though it's just a controller, quite a lot about what they know. It's an interesting corner of road. It's a really interesting corner of road.
Ah, mas vou te falar, não quer dizer tanto.
Why are we stopping?
Practice start. Okay, we're slotting into our good position. He's qualified 12.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Pô, os caras jogando no controle não quer dizer tanto assim, mano.
There's only one way.
Not horrendous.
Lifted though. Easy flat. Maybe number 2's used to an F1 further back in the day, less downforce.
It's all right.
Oh.
Yeah, I like that line. No, that was good.
See, look, now I feel like he's actually cooking.
Yeah. Oh.
Aqui acabou.
You know what?
Commentator's curse there.
Not bad at all. You wouldn't have to be an F1 driver to do that, though.
No, this is
eu
not,
faria
we're just
isso aí.
seeing the basics here.
Straight off the bat, 2. It's not gone brilliantly, but he's adapted quickly. I'm getting the feeling it's an old fella, but there's definitely some racing experience there. Okay, wonderful. Please, number 3, would you mind taking the stage? Is this after your time, number 3?
Aye, aye. Mine has a manual gearbox.
He has seen number 2's lines, though, so he does kind of know where to go. How many gears did your F1 car have?
5.
Why's your accent gone Geordie now, number 3?
This wasn't even the track I drove back in the day.
Fucking Scouts now.
Number 3 had me all over the place. He had me questioning my own existence. At the very start, I thought he was an old man who maybe...
Não, o controle não prova nada, tá ligado?
He was Australian, he was Scouse, he was Geordie.
Pode ser mesmo, Vitor. O Liam, foda-se.
I am so sick of number 3. I'm praying to God it's not him. He looked all right, but I think it's just some random bloke we've got in to play a game. Number 4, please. It's all you.
I think he might be a driver, but not one that's been in F1. So I think he is going to be very good.
Oh, number 4!
Used to this pit lane.
That's the support pit lane. So if he's raced recently, that means he's only been in a junior category, because that's where we would go out the pits. Oh. 13 seconds up, definitely the best lap we've seen.
Number 4's rapid. We're getting young vibes off number 4. I don't know if it's too soon for F1. He's played the game before, though. That was quick.
Number 4 performed very well. A driver of some sorts, for sure. The line straight away looked like
Aqui é o número 4.
what they were doing.
Aqui ficou
Number
claro.
5 is just down to you. Are you all right with it being in English?
Oui, ça ira, merci.
Come again? He's heavy on the sticks.
Will you stop calling them heavy, please? Oh, there's a very straight line into there. Oh, but it's working all right, though.
Not bad. Could just be an avid F1 game enjoyer, though.
I just think number 3 is lying to our face in everything he does. With his 5-gear F1 car. Was that ever a thing?
I mean, the engines were smaller back in the day. It's possible, but I don't think 5.
He's got 5 gears, 5 accents. It's just not adding up.
I think we clear number 4 of any accusations this round. I think he proved himself.
Yeah.
Number 5
ficou claro.
really
Aqui o número 4 já é o favorito,
round.
velho.
I'm not so sure this round.
I think number 5's just an avid F1 gamer.
I reckon you might be right. I think this is a very safe bet here.
We have voted to eliminate contestant number 5. Thank you very much, sir.
Merci.
S'il vous plaît.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. We couldn't get anything out of him, so it could have been the ultimate bamboozle, and maybe we got rid of someone who was even telling us to
a verdade é que o número 5 aí não tem como.
We wouldn't even have known.
How have we been left with these 3, though? Like, I'm not confident in any of these. It is time for round 3, where we're going to be getting to know our drivers' careers a little bit better. Could you please take it in turns to tell us your craziest motorsport story away from Formula One?
When I was karting, I couldn't afford a set of wets when I first started. Went out on slicks, didn't do very well. Managed to find a second-hand set in the bin. I managed to fit them, and then I won the final.
Does that check out? Motorsport buzzwords for sure.
You get allocated tyres, you're doing high-level championships, you're not getting your wet tyres out the bin.
Wait, you said you won the final. Won the final of what?
100 national.
Oh, that was quick. He didn't even think.
Where was the track?
North London.
Is there tracks in North London?
There's so many championships. What's the track name?
Dry house.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Checks out, that checks out.
I believe it.
O cara tá respondendo instantaneamente, velho.
Yeah, you might not have them. They're going to be
Não tem dinheiro pra pinar, não tem como chegar na Fórmula 1 sem dinheiro. Cara, tem, assim, tipo assim, é um esporte de rico, mas algumas exceções existem, né? Tem gente de família mais fodida aí que consegue patrocínio desde criança com algo diferenciado, mas é a história mais improvável é tu chegar aí na Fórmula 1 sendo pobre, na verdade é essa. Mas ter como até tem, mano. Mas é bem improvável. O Ocon é bem improvável, mano. Tem que ser muito diferenciado, velho. É esporte de rico, mano.
If you're someone who's working their way up to Formula One, you'd come in more prepared than not having tyres for a race. Did you celebrate?
Well, yeah.
Could you show us your celebration?
That's out. It's out.
You just won a race and you're ecstatic of this whole story. It's the most notable racing story of your entire life, and all you can give it is a bosh.
I once got bloody electrocuted by a spark plug.
He's Australian now.
I was in my go-kart and the spark plug hit the bolt in my seat and I just, bloody hell, I was only young and I had to
já
stop.
mudou de sotaque umas 50 vezes, ele é fragmentado, velho.
That's it!
Right, that's it. I've got my answer down 100%.
Does that not go where that's inside, so how did it get out and then electrocute him through a suit? I think he's lying to our faces.
Didn't know what had happened. I was only 8, my mechanic had to run over and help me.
I always remember the spark plugs in the karting stuff used to be on top of the engine, and if it did come out, it would probably just fly backwards.
Did you go to hospital? Were you fine? You raced the next race?
No, I'm a racer. We got it back in and got out.
Well, I don't get how it's fallen out of his car if he's racing and come back round and hit him in the ribs.
Well, that's why it's his highlight story. It's a freak accident.
No, that's impossible.
I'll keep it a buck. I don't actually know what a spark plug is.
Back when I was looking at joining a junior team, I got invited by a principal onto their boat in Monaco.
How's this going?
Got taken to the boat. I was really excited. It was my first time in this sort of experience. He arrived an hour late just to tell me the bad news that they're looking for another driver instead.
Boat, team principal. This kind of checks out.
Me parece que algo pode ser verdade,
This is all
velho.
very possible. It makes sense. This happens. What was sticking out to me from round 1 was how young he was.
I don't even have a question because I believe that.
Yeah,
He
but
was
again,
in F1.
Euro Formula recent championship, on his way up, hasn't made it to F1. For me, number 3's got to go, man.
Yes. All right.
I think the problem with number 3 was that he was just getting on my nerves.
Couldn't listen to any more of those accents. I feel like the man's a charlatan and he's just having us on. For this round number 3, it's been a fantastic run and it's been a real pleasure for having you. But if you could...
See you later, mate.
No, thank you, sir. Great stuff. If we've been bamboozled, then he's actually the one.
He might have absolutely done us in.
Where did you find him?
Around the back of the studio.
I think we are confident we've got 2 drivers of some sorts. We've got one from the older generation, old school, and we've got a younger driver.
But which one of them?
Valeu.
We are going to use this to ask technical questions to really delve deep and figure out which one of them is the real F1 driver.
See, this is not my area of expertise. I was hoping that Max would kind of have us covered here. I think I'll kick us off here. Number 2, could you demonstrate the seated position when you were in your F1 car?
Oh, the knees. Oh, the knees.
Okay, back in the day, that is stick shift.
Yeah.
Wide wheel, but that is also a very common driving position of any car in the world.
But he will have driven different cars.
This will be more modern. Yeah. Okay.
Can we get more side-on view?
Yeah, nice.
Caralho, o cara fica muito deitadão, né, velho?
Hopefully,
loucura,
Max was
mano.
able to deduce who it was from that. I don't even know if they had gear sticks, but that's why I asked him to do it, to try and catch him out a little bit.
Neck muscles, right? Quite a big part of being a, yeah?
Number 2 looks like he's still in F1 with that.
He has quite a girthy neck, I'll be honest.
Got quite a skinny neck, though.
Number 2 obviously had quite a large neck. It was hard to read. He had a big neck, but he was a big guy. Did you used to prefer oversteer or understeer, and why?
I prefer a pointy car, a bit oversteer, because you can just get amongst it, get it in.
He's not wrong, but I was hoping for more technical details.
If you wanted to set up a car, number 2, to induce oversteer, what would you change in the setup?
High or low speed?
Both.
Didn't know that was the thing.
More front end. More front end.
Bit of aero.
Well, I could have told you that.
It works. It's all just very basic racing stuff, though, isn't it?
Léo, valeu pelos
What's the
três,
most
tamo
dangerous track
junto.
you ever raced on?
Probably Silverstone.
Is that dangerous?
High speed.
Could you please make the noise of the engine of the F1 car you raced?
Pô, peraí.
That was modern day. He's got a V6 in that, mate.
Yeah, okay.
Meu Deus, cara.
What's he racing? A Ford Focus? What's that?
Number 2, what was the start procedure like when you were in F1?
We get it into gear, red lights on, get the revs up, normally pop it on the limiter, and then green lights out and off you go. Just got to control the wheel spin and that's it. Get it into second as quick as possible.
Do you use a foot clutch or hand?
Always a foot.
Number 4, could you just give me the same version for yourself, please?
Hand, clutch, paddle on the back of the wheel, get it into gear. Once the lights are out, slowly lift off the clutch as we go.
Esse aí parece ter sido
We have
mais...
2 real drivers in front of us, for sure.
I'm feeling convinced. I think he's a junior driver, he was an F1 driver.
I think we've been bamboozled maybe by 1 or 3. Number 2 used to race tin tops, and number 4 is coming through the ranks at the moment.
Number 4, how old are you?
22.
Number 2, how old are you?
A lot older than him.
What was your experience in Formula 1? What did you do? Did you do a full season? Did you do a session? Did you just do one race? Did you do multiple championships?
It wasn't a full season.
So how long was it?
One event.
Currently a test driver and have done multiple tests.
Where did you do your
Oh,
first
então-
F1 test?
Abu Dhabi.
See, now I don't know. I feel like that could check out.
Abu Dhabi. I don't know much about tests, but that feels right. I
Mas
feel
o
like
Lawson,
number
ele
4's
correu uma
answers-
corrida, não, velho? Ele correu uma corrida, não? 2? Pois então. Então não tem como ser ele, se ele falou que ele só fez testes. Eu acho. Foi o que ele disse, não foi?
have checked out perfectly.
Abu Dhabi
voltar.
and have done
Full season.
So how long was it?
One event.
currently a test driver and have done multiple tests.
Where did
Vídeo de
you
quando? Há mês.
do your first F1 test?
Abu Dhabi.
See, now I don't know. I feel like that could check out.
Será que o
Abu
Ludiero
Dhabi.
cravaria
I
aqui
don't know
quem
much
é
about
já?
tests, but that feels right. I feel like number 4's answers have checked out perfectly.
The only thing I think we were all worried about was number 3. With the accents, the playing around, just wasn't taking it serious. Have we overlooked that?
I mean, 4 made a lot of sense. Once Max was telling me
Ele falou que é piloto de
the
teste?
route of an F1.
Pô, mas ele teria falado que fez... Participou de corridas, pô. Ele teria falado isso com certeza.
driver, and he did the Abu Dhabi testing. At that point, we felt pretty confident. He was definitely the most well-spoken in terms of the F1 jargon.
Okay, I feel like that's given me my answer.
I think it's given me mine as well.
Where are you guys at? Because I'm still lost.
Really? Oh, well, no, knock yourself out. Where was your one event, number 2?
In Europe.
It was specifically...
There's a lot of Europe, to be fair.
Only driven Rye House, mate. That's it.
Listen, I'm still a bit skeptical, but I'll back the team. I was still torn, thinking it was maybe number 2. I think number 4 was a decoy. But, you know, I back my teammates. I'd rather go in as a 3 and make a wrong decision together than a right decision on my own.
Also, if you like the look of this Club Athletic hoodie I'm wearing, it's still available. There's some
Os
stock
ads.
left at quadrant.gg.
Ah, o moletom é
We
bonito,
would
pô,
like
né?
to lock in our answer as the real F1 driver of all of our 5 contestants as number 4, please.
Even though those car noises weren't as convincing.
Could we please have the remaining contestants back in the room, please?
Do you know what? Nothing would make me sadder than number 3 being the driver.
Yeah, it's going to be number 3.
If it's number 3, I'm leaving right now.
It has ruined us.
Number 1 just walked in with confidence.
I'm telling you, that's Devin Butler right there. Number 1, you were voted out first. Could you please show us who you are?
I'm driver number 1, and
I knew it!
Caralho,
Handsome boys,
viado.
anyway.
É o maluco do modo carreira do Fórmula 1. Do jogo da EA, não? É ele, né? O ator que faz o cara do modo carreira, velho. Leva um foda-se mesmo. Papo reto, mano.
Thank you, sir. Number 5, could you please step forward and show us your face?
I'm number 5, and I am not an F1 driver.
Nice. Number 3, I am so nervous for your reveal. Please step forward and tell me you never drove in Formula 1.
Please, just say that.
I am number 3. And I was an F1 driver.
No! Oh, no.
Caralho, o cara cagou o bagulho todo,
And I'm
velho.
awful at accents.
Well done, that was fantastic! No!
Max Chilton, number 3, overlooked the
Caralho,
accents. I
velho.
think if you did speak normally the whole way through, I think I probably would have guessed it, maybe.
Fair play to him, fair, those accents were good. Looking back now, we probably should have seen that coming. Of course he was going to try and throw us off.
Number 2, and I've never driven an F1, and I probably never will do.
But you have driven though, right?
Yes.
So we were right about that at least, thank God.
I'm just a F1 content creator.
Ah! It's all this dream!
Saying all the right stuff.
All the best, please subscribe and
Será
we'll
que o
see you very soon.
Será que o Ludiero conseguiria enganar esses caras aí com termos de automobilismo? Acho que o Lud conseguiria, ele é um cara muito inteligente, ele entende do mundo dos volantes.